Hi there, TJ Stars. This is Mrs. Acke, and I hope that you are having an absolutely fantastic day. The sun is outside. It is glorious and just a great day. And I wanted to share with you a really wonderful book that I love, written and illustrated by an author by the name of Ashley Spires. And so just get cozy and find a good place, and let's get started. The Most Magnificent Thing by Ashley Spires. The Most Magnificent Thing, written and illustrated by Ashley Spires. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they relax, they explore. I love that it's a girl and her dog. She makes things, he unmakes things. And one day, the little girl had an amazing idea. They were going to make the most magnificent thing. She knew just how it will look, and she knew just how it would work, and all she had to do was make it. And she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. Looks like a pretty good assistant to me. Next, they gather supplies and they set up somewhere out of the way to get to work. So they gather their supplies and then they set up somewhere out of the way to get to work. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. And when she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side, her assistant examines the other side, and it doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't sort of okay. It's all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and she wrenches and she fiddles. Her assistant circles and wags and tugs. There he is, wagging and tugging. And when she's finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong, and she decides to try again. You know, this really reminds me of our life skill of the month that we're working on right now, perseverance and grit. She's really sticking to it. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists, she tweaks, she fastens, she fixes, she straightens, and she studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square, she makes it round, she gives it legs, she gives it an antenna. She makes it fuzzy, and she makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small, and one even smells like stinky cheese. But none of them are magnificent. Her hard work attracts a few admirers. They don't seem to understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. Uh-oh. She gets angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes the pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in, and her hands feel too big to work and her brain too full, and all of the not right things and the one thing, if it would just work. Crunch! Oh, now the pain starts in her finger. She pushes it up her brain. It rushes up to her brain and she explodes. So this is not her finest moment. I'm no good at this. I quit. And her assistant Snuggles suggests a walk. It's not much help at first. Walking. But before long, she starts to feel different. And bit by bit, the mad pushes out of her head. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing that she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again, and then she notices something surprising. There were some parts of the wrong things that were really, really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel-to-seat ratio on the next, and there are all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the most magnificent thing. She gets to work. She works carefully. She works slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, gluing, painting, and her assistant makes sure that there are no distractions. Oh, this would be perfect to ward off bears. This will stop a leak. This one's all wet. The afternoon fades into evening, and finally she finishes, and she alerts her assistant. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left. It's a little bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin, and they are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. And I know that you're at home doing really amazing creative things, and every single one of them is magnificent, just like you. It's a great day to be a TJ Star, and it's a great day to rise.